Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Nerds and a Podcast. Today we're going to be kind of doing a little catch up, seeing what we're doing. Um, I went and saw Freakier Friday today, which, for those of you who are not of my generation, is the sequel to Freaky Friday starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Um, Freaky Friday is definitely one of my favorite movies. I love that movie so much. So iconic for both actresses. Um, and the for being a sequel, it was actually pretty good. Like it's way better than I thought it was going to be. I was ready for it to be like basically like a almost like weird remake of the first one.
Hmm.
And it was not. It was actually funny and it was actually very emotional. I loved the casting of this and yeah, it was really good. I Jamie Lee Curtis is at that point in her career where she's just going to do whatever she wants in whatever fashion she wants, and she was absolutely hilarious. I thought she was great. And Lindsay Lohan looks real good. I'm so glad she got out of whatever funk she was in like the mid 2000s,
Hmm.
and like now she's back. She looks really good. She sounds really good. They had a lot. I would say actually they had almost, I want to say like the entire original cast in this movie, which 10 out of 10. I feel like that's so rare in a lot of movies, especially Disney movies. Um, so they had the entire original cast, but it wasn't like, you know how if you see like certain sequel movies, they try to allude back to the first one so much that it's like, okay, if I wanted to watch the first one, I just watched the first one.
Yeah.
This one wasn't like that. This one had nice like touches and callbacks to the first one without being the first one. So like we got to see Chad Michael Murray and his character come back. We got to see the original two Chinese ladies that were the owners of the Chinese restaurant. They were in there. Obviously Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. The stepfather to Lindsay Lohan's character, he was in there. The original brother was in there. So it was like it was a nice like collage of like original cast and new cast. Um I also like to this time I don't remember where they lived in the first Freaky Friday. I want to say it was still California, but they were very like in California in this movie, and you could tell they actually like filmed in LA for a couple of the scenes, so that was really cool to see. But it was a really good movie. If you liked the original Freaky Friday, then I believe you'll really like the second one. I think for a sequel, it was a very good sequel.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Um, I'd probably rate it a good like somewhere between like a 7.5 or an 8.
Okay,
Because
that's
I
not
would I
bad.
would say I would say the original is a strong 9, maybe 8.5 at its worst.
Hmm.
I to me the first one has aged relatively well. Like it doesn't feel out of touch. Obviously because it's I think a 20 like a mid 2000s, late 2000s movie. So like the technology and stuff is out of date obviously, but I think like the relationships between all of the characters is phenomenal. So it definitely reads like a Disney movie, which it is, but I
Hmm.
still think it's a lot of fun. I still think it's really good. Um it wasn't anything like neither of them were anything revolutionary, but I think they were both done very well and with a lot of love.
Very iconic.
Yeah, yeah, lots of iconic moments for sure. Also, too, it was fun because so in the original Freaky Friday, it's Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis switching bodies, so mother daughter. In this one, they did four people switching bodies, which I wasn't sure how that was going to work. It actually worked very well. So it was Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, and then Lindsay Lohan's daughter, and the daughter of Lindsay Lohan's fiance. So all four of them switched bodies. So it was kind of funny to see the younger girls in the older women's bodies
Hmm.
because they had to deal with like old people problems. Like not being able to like squat on on the ground and not be able to like see and like just like things that happen when you get older. And then the Jamie Lee and Lindsay Lohan they got to relive their youth, so they went on like a binge of eating all the sugar, all the donuts, all the ice cream, all the sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
cheeseburgers, french fries, like all of that stuff that like as you get older you tend to cut out because it's not good for you and you don't digest it very well. So it was really funny. I think it was very well done.
I will have to see it when it comes to streaming,
You will. I highly recommend. I think
whenever
it
it
was,
comes.
yeah, very funny. It's a Disney movie, so it's still in theaters. So it'll probably be, I would say, streaming probably by October if I had to hazard a guess. They
Mm-hmm.
normally do a month between theater and streaming, which I think is funny because, like, I mean, I don't know many people that rent movies anymore or that buy purely digital movies. So I'm not sure if they're actually gaining any sales between leaving that month gap in between, because they did that with Thunderbolts, which was really annoying because I wanted to turn around and rewatch it as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I basically just waited for the DVD because DVDs and streaming normally happen at the same time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna buy the DVD, thank you, because I'm a tactile. I need it in my possession, girl.
Girl,
But have you watched anything new, Casey?
I've been on a horror movie kick.
It is spooky season.
It is spooky season.
Starbucks already released their pumpkin spice, so it is officially spooky season.
Yes, it's fall, y'all.
Yep.
Um, I have been watching just what's it? I watched most recently. I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space, a classic,
Mm.
one of my favorites. So good. I watched Heretic, which is really good.
Oh.
It has Hugh Grant in it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like super super creepy. It's about like these like Mormon girls that go to this guy's house to like teach him about the Lord and Savior, and he ends up like kidnapping them, and he does this to like a bunch of girls. Like he does this basically over and over and over again, and he like keeps him in his basement.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good though. I highly recommend. But I've just been like watching anything that like I've been going through all. I mean, I have like pretty much all the streaming platforms at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been scrolling through, seeing what horror movies I have. There hasn't been like any good horror movies that have come out recently that are like worth talking
Yeah.
about. Nothing really like revolutionary, and it's really disappointing. But I do love the classics. I've been watching a lot of classics too because it's spooky season, and I am preparing. It's
Yes.
never
I
too
really want to
early.
watch through. No, it never is. I really want to watch through the Scream franchise again.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe not necessarily the later ones, but definitely like the first like three,
Oh,
in my opinion, are so good.
I also finally watched the new Final Destination movie. Um,
Oh, how was it?
it's
What did you think?
really, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. It was like it's the same premise basically as like all the other
Yeah.
Final Destination movies, but they kind of like changed it a little bit. So it's like kind of the same premise, but like not really. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen any of the Final Destination movies?
I've seen, is it the second, whatever one has the log truck in it? That's the one that I've seen.
Have
I
you?
think
So
that's
you know what it is
that I know
about,
what it
right?
is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the this one is like um the premonition is like her grandmother's premonition type of thing.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But it's really good. The like kills in the movie were super good and unexpected. Some of them were kind of expected, but like I thought it was really good. I thought it was fun. In this one part, this guy gets like hooked by his septum ring, up on like
Oof.
a chain, and he's like dangling up there. And
You were like
yeah,
too real?
yeah, I was like, I need to take mine out now. But yeah, that was a really good one. I was fun. I love Final Destination. I don't care how cheesy they are.
Yeah.
Um, it has. I mean, obviously they're not that cheesy. If a bunch of people have irrational fears, actually, it's not irrational. They're pretty rational of
Yeah.
log trucks because they're terrifying.
Yeah. I did love for that movie, their marketing campaign was literally having trucks with like it was a printed banner of a log truck, but I'm like, ooh,
Mhm.
they know how to, somebody's cooking in that marketing department. Like,
They know how to traumatize an entire generation.
yeah, they know how to work on that trauma. They're like, we're going to use that to our advantage, and they did, and it definitely worked. I
Yeah.
also think too with those movies, the point is to be slightly cheesy cuz then I feel like if it's too realistic, then a lot of people go, I don't want to watch it. It's too close to home. Too like you got to keep that like weird like boundary, and I know it's a fine line, but I definitely think you got to throw some cheesiness in there cuz then I mean, some people live just to be like scared out of their mind, but I feel like it's kind of good when there's a couple moments where you go, would that really happen?"
Yeah, you're like, well, and it's like it's funny too, especially in the Final Destination movies, because it's like this one like thing will you like it's like a domino effect, right? Like something will
Mhm.
fall over and then it'll and like realistically, how often it's like and it's like a major chain of events too, right? Like something will leak and then that will cause like the electricity to go out and then that causes the fans to stop. You know what I mean? Like it's like a whole list of catastrophic things that'll lead up to this. Or not, I mean, like minuscule things that'll lead up to
Yeah.
this catastrophic thing. But like realistically, if it's just like something happens, something just it just kind of happens. I don't know. I love them. I think they're great. One of my favorite franchises for sure. Um, but if you don't like gory stuff, then this one's not for you.
Yeah, I
But
don't mind the
it's
gore.
not like but this one, I mean, it's the thing is it's not like okay, so like the gore in like the Terrifier and like Final Destination, I feel like
Mhm.
it's like gory, but it's not like super realistic gore.
Yeah, it's very theatrical.
Yeah, so like but in the movie Heretic,
Oof.
there's like a scene where he is like digging something out of this girl's arm. Like she has
Ooh.
like a implant in her arm and he's like digging it out with his fingers, okay? And that literally made my skin crawl, okay? I
Ew.
was like, "Oh, oh, please stop that." Um
Is
and
Heretic the one with the like the little girl and the clicking noise, or is that a completely different movie?
that's a different Are you thinking of Hereditary?
Hereditary, yeah.
Yes. That's also a phenomenal movie. 10 out of 10. Recommend that movie. Um any movies by that director are fantastic. If you love like if you want a really good horror movie, that and Midsummer are like really like fucked up horror
Mm,
movies. Um but yeah, I'm really glad that you're like versing into horror movies.
I
And
try.
like
I try my best.
the horror realm because
Honestly,
it's amazing.
like blood and gore and stuff like that has never bothered me. And even like the whole like demon thing or like there's no particular genre. I think the thing with scary movies that freaks me out is the quiet ones. Like when it's you have to like have the volume on your TV cranked up all the way to hear anything.
And then you're
And I'm
like,
like,
it's a lot. Yeah, 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 yeah,
and I
yeah.
hate this because then like there's a jump scare or there's just like just the silence I think is what scares me the most. If it's like loud and in your face and bloody, then I'm fine. I'm just like whatever. But yeah, I also like when I was younger, I used to like get scared really easily, like where I had nightmares, which is why I never watched anything scary. I don't really have that problem anymore, which I think is why I'm like stepping into the scary realm.
Yeah, that's true. You don't like have that irrational fear as like a
Yeah.
child. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I slip down the wrong side of TikTok and I get all of those like, creepy, spooky stories and stuff like that, I will skitter down the hall to the bathroom and skitter back into my room and get under the covers real quick. But like, that's just me being tired and up too late and watching spooky stuff. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the horror stuff is getting a lot easier. Like, I've seen a lot of the classic stuff because it's old and the technology is outdated, so it's not scary, you
It's not
know?
as realistic.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, like I could tell that was a rubber arm, but sure, we can do that.
You should watch. Have you seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I don't think I have. I feel like I've seen parts of it, but I don't think I've ever like sat down and watched it.
It's
It's
on
having a moment
Tubi.
though, because like I feel like there's merch for it everywhere.
Oh,
And I'm just
everywhere,
like,
and it's great. I mean, if you like clowns, I don't know. My manager like hates clowns, but I love clowns. They're like my favorite thing. But it's like it's from the '80s. I'm pretty sure it was like made in the '80s.
I
So
think so.
it's super, super cheesy, and like the CGI is terrible. But
Yeah,
it's amazing. I love like I I love like all horror movies, but like the cheesier they are, like the better.
yeah,
And then I love like when like they get remade and then they're like modern day gore. I also really
mm,
like that. Well, it depends. It depends on how they do them. But I love Halloween. I'm very excited for this Halloween season. It's gonna be really fun.
yeah. We've got a lot planned for this spooky season, so make sure y'all are subscribed because we're doing. I love. It seems like every year we get a little more like on top of our game. We have a theme this year. Both Casey and I and a couple of our other friends are going to Halloween Horror Nights. You guys know this. We've talked about it a ton. But they have a lot of amazing themed mazes this year for a lot of amazing franchises. So our Halloween spooky time is literally going to be themed with all of the stuff around horror nights. So even if you can't go to horror nights like we are, you can still feel involved because we're going to be talking about all the things that Universal is like, please look at these things. Look at all of
Yes.
these horror things we have made. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to kind of dive into a lot of obviously movies that I have never seen. Casey's seen a couple, but we have some on the docket that neither of us have seen.
Yes.
So I'm excited for future episodes. I'm also this is gonna be like it's in the same vein, but also like we're gonna make a hard left. Because one of my favorite quote unquote scary movie franchises is coming back, and it is literally the scary movies, the spoofs of horror movies.
The
10 out of
scary
10.
movies. Yes.
Yeah. Scary Movie 3 is the best one.
I
I
think
will not argue.
Scary Movie, whichever one is the haunted house one, is my favorite one.
Mm.
When they're with the strong hand. I love that one. Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna have a
yeah.
really this may be a controversial opinion, but I personally think that Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 are the best ones, and then they
Oh, 10
kind
out
of
of
go
10.
downhill from like like the rest of them kind of go downhill. But I think that like 1, 2, and 3 are so freaking iconic. I love 3. I love when the sheriff's hat keeps getting bigger and bigger
It's
and bigger
getting
and bigger.
bigger every time. I
It's
also
like
love when they're
sticking out the
like,
window.
yeah, I love when they're like battling what's her name from The Ring, and she's just
Hmm.
like, Cindy, this bitch is up in my house. She's just like, I love that. I don't know what
She's
her
like,
name
Cindy,
is.
the TV is
Yeah.
leaking.
Yeah. I love her like scream, and then her and Anna Faris's like comedic timing with each other is literally just 10 out of 10. But I looked it up. Your favorite is Scary Movie 2, is where it's
Yes,
take my
Scary Movie
strong
2.
hand.
Take my strong hand. Yes, I love that one. I think it's hilarious. The first one is crazy. The first one,
Yeah.
like Oh, I can you look up right now to see when the first one came out? Because
It
they
had to
could
been like
not.
2005 or something.
Yeah, that was like early 2000s because they make some fucking crazy
Oh,
jokes in that movie.
yeah. They
Like,
would
actually
like
insane. Like, you cannot say that stuff today.
it was 2000. Came out the first
2000?
one
Okay, that makes
came out
sense.
2000.
Oh my god, that was
2000
before the
humor.
towers fell? That's crazy.
So yeah.
That's
Um
crazy.
that one was 2000. Scary Movie 2 was 2001 and Scary Movie 3 was 2003.
Dang, the Scary Movie 3 was 2003?
Yeah,
What?
which is
That movie,
crazy.
that is crazy, actually. I can't believe that that movie's that old.
Yeah, and it's just like the humor in it is so good. Like, don't get me wrong, like if if you've never seen these movies and you've never seen just a 2000s comedy movie in general, it's it's a whole nother like level of humor. It's like, I mean, like we're in the gutter in multiple ways. It's somebody somewhere is offended, but this was also, I feel like, back in the time where people like took everything with a grain of salt. So it's just like, oh, they're making fun of like Asians or Mexicans or white people or and just all kinds of things, fat, skinny, everything in between, big boobs, little boobs. Like, there was nothing that was off limits with these movies, which is crazy,
Yeah, it's crazy because
but
now
it's
you
so good.
definitely could not make a movie like that. But it also
No.
makes sense. Like the first one came out. I feel like 9/11 really like put a damper on things.
Yeah.
Um like not to,
Yeah, it'll do that. World events
It's-
like that will do that.
right. I mean something like that, just does happen. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That movie came out 25 years ago. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and so they've announced one for 2026.
Oh,
They've
that'll be interesting.
announced, yeah, so I'll be interested to see if it's as offensively funny
Yeah.
as the first three. Because again, like after three, it starts to kind of, like dip down. I don't think I ever seen, apparently, there's five of them. I don't think I've ever seen five. I
I
know
don't
I've
think
seen four
I don't know if I've seen
because
the
it
fifth
was
one
just kind of
either.
like but I don't know if I've seen five.
I don't think I've seen the fifth one
Five?
either.
I think five. It
Because
looks
wasn't one
like,
of them have it doesn't the fifth one have Ashley Tisdale in it?
yes. I was
Okay,
about
yeah,
to
I
say the
haven't seen
fifth
that
one
one.
is where like literally none of the main cast is in it. So you don't have Anna Faris, you don't have Regina Hall,
Mhm.
um, you don't have Leslie Nielsen, you don't have Anthony Anderson, you don't have any of the original people in five, which I think is why I never saw five. I also vaguely remember like the ads for it not being funny at all.
Yeah,
So
which
might have
sucks.
to might have to watch that just to see. Maybe I'll have a marathon of those one day because one, two, and three. I remember three was the first one I had ever seen and was hilarious. And then I don't remember when I ended up watching one and two, but I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, like
The
because
first
again,
two are crazy.
the first two are crazy. Three is very mild compared to the first two.
Yeah, and the
It's
first
actually
one is like
crazy.
actually like the first one is like I can't even like say the jokes that they say on there like out loud. Like I would
No,
get canceled like literally like it's
immediately.
crazy. So if you haven't seen them, I recommend at least watch the first three because they're hilarious. But yeah, you have to like be warned that like they say like some like
Very offensive.
crazy,
A lot
very
of offensive
offensive
stuff.
stuff. Yes.
The first two
Um
also, I think actually, I think the first three also had the Waynes brothers in it. So, like, that'll tell you everything you need to know.
yeah.
And I think the reason I like these movies is I like the Waynes brothers. White Chicks is literally one of my top movies. I could watch that movie. Anything White Chicks related, I could watch over and over and over. So when people send me like TikToks and reels and it's a White Chicks joke on something, I'm like 10 out of
Oh,
10.
you
Chef
want to
Kiss, give me
talk about
another.
Mother?
Oh gosh. Hold that poodle.
Oh yeah. No, they are hilarious. I love that. I think it's the second one where he's like, they get like the tattoos on their back, and he's like, and then he's like, yeah. No,
I think it's in the first one. Okay, so me and one of my senior managers, because I found out he likes scary movies, but also like one day he was just like, "What's up?" And I went, "What's up?" And he was like, "You've seen that movie?" And I'm like, "Yes, I have
who
seen that
hasn't
movie."
seen that movie?
Yeah, I was like, "This is top comedy gold." And so like every time we see each other on the floor, he's just like, "What's up?" And I did it to him at Walmart one time. I just went from afar. I went, "What's up?" And he turned around like, "Who is saying that to me?" And then he realized it was me, and I was like, it was so good. But I love that. I love the ghost face in those movies is absolutely hilarious.
Yes, so good. Yes, I love those movies.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Also, I just looked. The first two are rated R, and the third one is PG-13. So that's why
Okay, that
the
makes
third
sense.
one is the most mild. So I guess if you're not ready to be super offended, maybe start with three. You don't need to know anything, obviously, to understand any of these movies, except you have to know the references they're making. Because, like, even though
Yeah.
I didn't watch scary movies, I had friends that did. So I knew the references because of what they had told me.
And
So
Scary Movie
I,
3, I think, is what, like, they do, like, 8 Mile, they do
yeah,
The
they do a lot
Ring.
of. Mhm.
What's
I'm
the
pretty sure
alien
Alien
one?
was in there.
Yeah, there's, like, another one, too. I can't remember.
Yeah, they do. It's like they're so good. I love them, and I haven't seen them in forever. I'm pretty sure I own Scary Movie 3
I
on
actually just
DVD.
watched the first two not that long ago because I was like, these are hilarious. And then that's
Yeah,
when I was like, I watched the first one and I was like, wow, I didn't actually realize how like truly like crazy some of the shit they say in that movie is. But
yeah,
yeah, it's like it's wild. I'm like, dang. Um okay. I mean, that you saying it came out in 2000 makes like so much sense.
yeah.
That it's
It was
just a
very
different.
heavily 2000 humor
That
for
was two
sure.
25 years ago. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah. Moving on.
Uh,
But yeah,
uh,
so when they announced that, they announced both Regina Hall and Anna Faris returning, and I'm like,
ooh,
"Oh no, this is gonna be amazing!" I hope so. Anyways, fingers crossed. We'll
fingers
see.
crossed. I need
Because
a
I feel
good,
like
like, yeah,
I
I
feel
need a
like
good
most
movie.
studios, yes, most studios wouldn't touch a movie like this anymore, and that's because again, everybody gets so offended by everything all the time, and I'm like, but you have to poke fun at everybody at some point.
Yeah.
Like they don't these movies do not discriminate. They will make fun of every single stereotype that you know and even some that you don't know. So it's just like everybody's free game and I love it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Recommend.
absolutely. So good.
Um, yeah, I'm excited to watch like more scary movies this holiday season.
Mhm.
Speaking of holiday season, and Halloween stuff, Walmart has really cute decorations. Um, they have a lot of really cute, and I really want to get some because I love Halloween and I'm not like a huge Christmas person, but they have
Mhm.
like haunted Christmas stuff. So they have
Oh.
like a lot of like haunted gingerbread houses, and then they have this little haunted gingerbread like dead plushie. He was really
Oh.
cute. And so I want to get some stuff for like Christmas because I love like it reminded me a lot of like
Like a Nightmare Before Christmas
yeah, like a Nightmare
situation?
Before Christmas type of thing. But they had like it's in their little like I don't know dollar whatever that little
Yeah, their
spot
dollar
their little
spot
corner. Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
They had a lot of really cute stuff and
My Walmart hardly had anything out. They had a lot of the costumes out, but they didn't
mhm.
have much of the decor. I
Yeah,
actually
I
need
know
to
it.
go for
I
my
know it.
decor.
I'm like every time I go to a store and they like don't have that much Halloween stuff out, I gotta keep telling myself that like it's only August and I need to stop being like disappointed because like
Yeah.
Five Below came out with like a bunch of cute shirts and like it's like, first off, the fucking Five Below it's that's in my town. Like, the shirts were so like destroyed and like combobulated that I couldn't even like bear, like, they were not organized at all. I mean, it was like the end of the night, but
Yeah.
um all I had was mediums, and I just had to tell myself, okay, I need to relax. It's only August. Like, it's not even
Yeah.
October yet. I need to
Well, it's
chill
just
out.
like I keep seeing people going into like Spirit Halloween, and I'm like, none of my spirits are open yet.
I've been into Spirit Halloween twice already.
Bruh, okay, I'm gonna drive to Arizona because none of mine are open yet.
That's crazy. Mine opened
Yeah.
on the 15th of this month.
Ugh. Now I'm gonna have to Google because so they normally put a spirit by the Walmart
Mhm.
and they normally put one in Stevenson Ranch it's in the old Toys R Us, I think is what that building is. Um but because I drive by Walmart all the time and I was like, "Oh, I should go see if it's open." And it wasn't there. But I actually didn't see they started putting one in the mall for whatever reason. And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." But it was actually a really nice location. It was huge.
Yeah, the spirit is in the dead carcass of Joanne's. So
I'm honestly expecting our Spirit Halloween to go in there.
I think it's so funny. Like, the body wasn't even cold yet, and they moved on
No.
in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they
what they
just
do.
it's crazy. But yeah, no, this one opened. I've been in there twice. They have really cute tote bags and really cute stuff. Although it's really annoying because inflation and shit. Everything is
Yeah.
so expensive. Their throw blankets are $36.
Bruh.
By the way, not even a full size blanket. It is a throw blanket.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fucking insane. I was like, no. That's actually
Oh,
crazy.
okay, so I guess the one over in New Hall is open, but that's like on the other side of town. But I did look to see one of the ones in Santa Clarita. They're moving into the carcass of the Rite Aid.
Rest in peace. They like take over anytime they see a dead store, they take over that
Yeah, they're like,
carcass
"Oh,
real
we'll put it
quick.
in there."
Um yeah, I love
Oh,
Spirit.
and
I've
they're
gone in there
putting one in the
twice.
Party City. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Um
R.I.P.
the
Party City.
the theme this year is like a subway station, I guess. I
Oh.
liked their theme last year. It was like carnival themed.
Mm.
Um Also, it's like crazy. They have a gigantic, you can't buy it, I guess. I don't know. They have a giant, so they have like a Squid Game section, and they have a giant, I don't know what her name is. The girl that does
Oh, the doll.
the doll. They have a giant one. It's an animatronic in front of that section to like
Yeah.
um I don't know, market it, but she's like 8 feet tall. She's huge.
Yeah.
And like she actually works, like her head turns and then like she turns back around and her eyes move, but you can't buy her, but she's just like there. And that's pretty cool. But I love Spirit Halloween. I love to go in and I love to set all the animatronics off at the same time.
Oh my
And
god, you're
then
one of those?
yeah, I love the animatronics. I'm like, I want them all in my
It's so
house.
weird that you love animatronics, but as soon as they're in the water, you're
I don't like
literally
when they're in
gonna
the
vomit.
water. That shit freaks me out. Okay, get them. Why are they in there? Get them out. Get does that they don't belong in there. Okay? I'm telling you. Um like that disgusting one in Jurassic Park when it was broken and its neck was
Oh,
all exposed.
yeah. Although I still think the worst is when all the lights were on.
Ugh, God, dude. They look so like naked and disgusting. I
And a
fucking
lot of them
hated
are
it so
like
much.
half dinosaurs,
I
so it's
know.
like,
It's like
ugh.
weird as shit. I don't like it. I have like a love-hate relationship with animatronics. I don't know. And like the like I think it's also mostly just like the animal type of animatronics, like dinosaurs
Mm.
and sharks and things that like
Yeah,
Ugh.
Casey gets mad when I take her on the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland.
Ew. Yeah, it might just be like an animal thing. I don't know, because like the
Yeah.
people animatronics like don't really bother me. But like when they're in the water and they're doing stuff down there that they're not supposed to be doing, really, really triggers me. Like, oh, I hate them. Ugh. Anyways,
That's
it's my
hilarious.
fear. It's my irrational fear. I don't like them. I don't know why they're in there. They don't need to be in there. Get them out.
Yeah, I like that Spirit Halloween is like stepping up their like decoration game
Yeah.
cuz
Their
like
decorations are real cute.
last year and I didn't buy it and I don't need it because it's a wall item and I don't have any wall space.
No, you do
Um
not. No,
no,
you do not.
I don't.
I
I
have
keep
so much wall
I
space.
know.
You do not.
I'm just going to move all of my wall stuff into your apartment. It was a haunted mansion plaque, but it was like it was really nice. Like I was surprised. It was like I think it was 25, which I was like, if it was maybe like 20. I carried it around with me around the store as I perused, and then I put it back because I was like, I don't need this. I can leave it
Yeah.
there. I really need to go through the decor that I have though because I have a lot and I don't need a lot. So hopefully I will do that before you come out for horror nights and
Yes.
then you can have a gander through what I don't want and you can take it back with
I
you.
really want I wish they weren't like again, like inflation and expensive. I might have to go like after Halloween when they have like their sales. But
Mhm.
I really like their like blinged Nightmare Before Christmas masks they have. And I think they would look
Oh,
really sick on the wall.
yeah.
Because they have lock, shock, and barrel.
Oh, cute.
I really want to get them, but they're $25 a piece, and I don't want to
Wow.
spend $75 on 3 of them. So I'm going to wait until either I get a good coupon or they go on sale.
Yeah. Also, like, keep a lookout on like Facebook Marketplace because that's one of those
Oh,
things. I
that's
feel like
true.
people like keep it for the season and then they're like, oh, actually, I don't want this anymore. And then like you can get a steal. But also, like, Facebook Marketplace, the amount of people trying to like rip you off on
It's
there,
highway robbery.
literally. Okay. So, again, tangent. I have a friend. Her name is Maddie. I call her my goddaughter. She is a big Demon Slayer fan, and she's a huge Dodgers fan. So the Dodgers and Demon Slayer had a collab night one night, and you got a
They
free
did.
hat. Right? It's free when you go to the game. Free. I want to emphasize that. People on Facebook Marketplace are trying to sell these free hats, free, for at least $65 or up.
Crazy.
Free hat. Free hat. The only thing, it's literally a Dodgers hat, but it's got Tanjiro's like black and green
Yeah, his
checkered,
little
and then
checkered pattern.
it has Tanjiro on it, and then obviously the LA. So I I asked a couple people. I'm like, would you be willing to take like $20? Because I'm like, I'll give him $20 for this hat. It's a
And
nice
they're like,
hat.
hell no.
Yeah, I got like 3 immediate no's, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's no sweat off my back, whatever. But my favorite thing that I have seen is this one lady that was like, I mean, she probably didn't even look to. She just probably saw the 2 and went no, and I was like, okay, whatever. She was trying to get 75, and I get a notification every time she changes the price. I don't know why. Facebook is like, you want a notification? Here you go. It's now at $45. She's trying to sell it for 45, and I'm like, and her description, she's like, um have several, no trades, and I'm like, girl, it's a free hat
Yeah,
that you
like
got at a
relax.
Dodger. Like the people are trying to get like basically you to cover their Dodger ticket at this point, and I'm like, no, it's a free hat. No, because I really want the one piece one, but
Yeah.
again, everybody's trying to sell them for like $100, and I'm like, I'm not paying $100 for Luffy's hat unless the actual Luffy wore it. But even then, I don't know if I'd want that hat. You know?
Yeah. Oh, also, Five Below has I know you're not like into Squishmallows, but I do like Squishmallows. They have
Mm-hmm.
all the FNAF characters. in little Squishmallows, they have Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy. I was like, that's so cute. They have like all the horror characters. Um, Very cute.
I
I'm
almost got the plague doctor. They have a little plague doctor. Oh no, it
That's so
wasn't a plague
cute.
doctor. It was a grim reaper, and he was sparkly, little squishmallow. And I almost bought him. And I'm like, I'm really trying to not buy things that I'm not gonna have like on display all the time. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I did. I carried him around the store, and then I put him back. And I was like, no, I don't need
That's
it.
fair. That's
But
fair.
he was real cute though.
That's how I felt about
So
the Squishmallows. I really wanted them, but I was like, I don't need to spend $20 on Squishmallows right
mhm.
now. I would
Mhm.
like to, and I think they would look really cute. But also, like unless I put them on my bed, there's no more like I'm not gonna have any couch space left if I keep adding
Yeah, that's
Squishmallows
your
to my
stuffed
couch.
animal display, not your couch
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Like unless I start putting them on my bed, I'm gonna have to like sit on the floor.
Yeah, I wish they would have done if you had said that did Carl the cupcake, I would have been like, I gotta go right now
Oh my gosh, that'd be so
because that
cute.
I need something cupcake for our Horror Nights cosplay because I don't have anything cupcake. Spoiler alert: we're all
Um,
going as the original Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Um,
yes,
and
it's
I
gonna be
may
so
have
fun.
convinced. So my friend Lauren, who is actually going the same day we are, um, she was like, "What should I dress up as?" And then she had Bonnie on her list, and I was like,
Do
"Dress
it.
up as Bonnie! Dress up as Bonnie!" Because Casey's going as Foxy, and I'm going as Chica. And then she was like, "Well, what's Brooke going as?" And I was like, "Oh, she's going as the security guard." But I may have convinced Brooke to go as Freddy instead, and then Joe's going as the purple guy. So we might have all of the OG FNAF characters, which would be really cool.
Amazing. That listen, I'm not saying I have great ideas. I'm just saying that I have if you stick with me, you win costume contest, you win stuff. Okay, I'm great at planning stuff out, and I've always wanted to do a FNAF cosplay. Um and
We just
it's
normally never
perfect.
have enough people.
And it's perfect because we have enough people and they're doing FNAF for the
One of the mazes. One of the
exactly.
main
So it's
mazes. And the restaurants.
perfect.
One of the restaurants is
I also my favorite
Freddy
thing is I've been
Fazbear's.
seeing a bunch. I can't figure out because I know like Orlando and Hollywood have different stuff, and I can't figure out which one it's at. I can't figure if it's at Orlando or Hollywood, but I've seen like the cupcakes, and they are the
Those are at
goofiest.
both.
Are they? Because they
Yeah.
are the goofiest looking things I've ever
They're
seen.
so cute.
They're so goofy.
Yeah. The food, I believe, is the same at both
Is
events.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's just
definitely want
Orlando has more mazes than we do because they have more
Oh, yeah,
space,
that's true, that's
but
true.
they don't have the tram, whereas we have the terror tram. Because
Oh.
Joe and I were talking about this the other day. He's been to the Orlando one, and then obviously I've been to the Hollywood one. So yeah, that's the main difference. Because um, we were looking. This is why I sent you screenshots the other day of the website. We were just looking to see like what the mazes were, and we were like, oh, that's kind of because he's like they're not the same. The main ones are the same. So like FNAF is the same, Fallout is the same,
Mhm.
Jason Voorhees, the Poltergeist. The Orlando just has a lot of like the smaller time mazes, I guess you
Mhm.
would call them. Um, but I was very, 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 very excited to see two new items on the list. One of them being that Waterworld is going to be turned into a spooky season show.
What?
Yeah, I'm so excited. Let me see. I have the picture somewhere. I have been wanting them to do something with Waterworld seasonally for like forever. Cuz I'm like that has so much potential to have such good stuff. Oh, it's based on The Purge. So The Purge Dangerous
Ooh,
Waters
that's
is what it's
cool.
called. Yeah, it says a fiery stunt spectacular puts you in the world of the purge and brings the terror to life like you've never seen it before. So I'm excited. I love the Waterworld show.
Me
That's
too.
one of the things that California has that Florida does not.
Yeah.
Um,
Screw you, Florida.
And then the second thing that I was super excited to see, and I kind of hope it becomes like a regular thing, Universal Studios Hollywood is dipping their toes into the anime world, which I don't know why they haven't done that before because they have a Universal Studios in Japan that is heavily anime. But and again, the DreamWorks theater that they have that has been, well, it was Shrek for about 3,000 years, and is currently Kung Fu Panda. They are putting a Chainsaw Man show in there. And I was like, Chainsaw Man is literally the perfect spooky season anime to put in there, like 10 out of 10.
Yes, it.
So I'm super excited.
I love Chainsaw Man. I love
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man so much. I wish there was more than one season of the anime out because
Uh,
there's so much more. It's so good.
I know. But season 2 is supposed to come next year.
And the movie
And
comes out.
JJ, so the movie comes out December,
Yeah.
and then season 2 comes out sometime next year, and
Yay!
JJK comes out sometime next year too.
We're
I'm
eating
super
good.
excited.
We're eating good.
We really are. So there's a lot of like cool stuff happening at Horror Nights, and I'm super excited. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping Brooke will do Freddy Fazbear just to complete our ensemble, because I think that'd be really cool.
Yes, I think so too.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited that the Terrifier maze apparently is a water maze.
Yeah, and it smells like poop.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not excited for that part.
there's a poop. For some reason, apparently, like Universal likes to do poop smells, so there's a poop smell part of the
Lovely.
room.
Lovely. I
But
was
yeah, you do
excited
get
for the
wet.
water. Yeah, and the videos coming out of that just like looks so good. It was funny. I sent one to Joe, and he was like, "I'm not gonna watch that because I don't want to be spoiled." And I was like, "You literally told me the other day as we were like scrolling through stuff." He's like, "Ooh, somebody did a complete walkthrough of all the mazes," and I was like, "Why would you watch that? Why would you watch it?" And
Yeah,
he was
I've been
like,
trying to stay away from the like walkthroughs and the
"Spoilers."
mazes. I've seen
Yeah,
some. I did want to see what the FNAF animatronics look like, so I did look at that one, but I didn't watch the whole walkthrough. I just wanted to see the animatronics.
yeah,
Um, and then I've just seen bits and pieces of the Terrifier one.
yeah,
I saw that it smells like poop. And
and that
then
it's full of water.
and then you get wet. That is really all I know is that poop and wet.
Yeah, yeah, I am excited for the water though. Like, I sent a video to both you and Joe, and he was like, "I'm not watching that because I don't want to be spoiled." I go, "I literally watched the first 5. I literally watched this one influencer walk into the like 3 steps into the maze and was immediately doused." So I was like, "Oh yeah, we're going
Yeah.
in there. We're wearing the poncho, but we're going in."
I got my poncho still in my little disco ball, so I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes, we are
But
prepared.
also, if you want to watch, we're gonna obviously Jamie's gonna do a vlog.
I
Duh.
am.
It may not get put up till next year, but actually, she's been on
I've
a
been
YouTube grind, so
Yeah, I've been
I'll give
pretty
her
good
credit.
with like some of like the smaller vlogs. I've been able to kind of like shoo them out when I can. Especially cuz like I feel like I just get into this funk where I feel like it has to be like a top tier vlog, and I'm not a top tier vlogger, so I'm just like, why am I doing that to myself? But also like I have a lot of projects that seem to like bottleneck at
Yeah.
one point in the year, and I'm just like, I can't. So I am I don't know. I always think that like I'm like next month I'll be calmer, but like
And then it never is.
it never is. I mean, we've got like all of this podcast stuff planned for you guys. We've got horror nights. I've got a couple of concerts. I'm assuming where I'm going to be doing Pedro Tober again over on Instagram. So I've got a month of Pedro related things to potentially plan and make, which always takes up a lot of my time in October. So and then
Oh, the
work's
rest
going
of
to
the
get
year, I feel
crazy.
like is gonna be like full throttle for me.
Honestly, for all of us here, I'm just
Yeah, it's
like,
about to
oh
be. Yeah,
man.
it's the final countdown. is. But
uh,
follow us if you want to watch all the stuff because we're gonna have a lot of fun.
yes, and we're gonna be talking a lot of horror movies, so be prepared to be listening about horror movies. Subscribe wherever you're listening, do all the things, turn on all the notifications, buy your stickers, and we will see you guys in the next episode. So bye.
Bye.